Today we're going to be making a crochet bag handle. Hi, I'm Rosanna from Moara Crochet, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a crochet handle for your bag. This can either be a fabric bag or a crochet bag. As per usual, there's a full written photo tutorial on my blog and there's a link down below. And from there you can access my other free crochet patterns and free crochet knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe because every month I release a new free crochet pattern. So let's get started.
To make your crochet handle, you're going to need about 80 meters of worsted weight yarn, a 4mm crochet hook, two 2cm buttons, and you're going to need two 5 or 6cm rings. So I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook for this. The ideal thing is to use the smallest crochet hook you can for your yarn, and I would suggest using more of a string yarn that's much tougher than anything with any stretch. So for this I'm using a worsted weight rope yarn. Okay, for row 1 we're going to make our loop and we're going to chain 5. There's my 5, and now I'm going to single crochet in the second from the hook, so not the first, in the second, and I'm going to single crochet in each stitch until I get to the end of the row. So in total there will be 4 single crochets. There's my row 1. Now for row 2, I'm going to chain 1, and at the beginning of every row we're going to chain 1 and count that as our turning stitch. I'm going to turn, I'm going to single crochet, and I'm going to chain 2. 1, 2, and I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches and single crochet in the final stitch. And that's row 2 done. And that's going to be our buttonhole, or our button opening. So row 3, chain 1, turn, and single crochet in every stitch. So that'd be 4 single crochets in total. Okay, so that's our first 3 rows done. Now from here, our next 44 rows, which will be row 4 to 48, are going to be the same. So it's going to be chain 1, turn, 4 single crochet, chain 1, turn, 4 single crochet. And once I've done my 44 extra rows, I'll meet you. Okay, we've reached the end of our strap. So I've chained 1, and I'm going to single crochet, I'm going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches and single crochet, and there we've created the buttonhole on the other side. Now for our final row we're going to chain 1 and single crochet in every stitch, so 4 single crochet. And there we go. Our main frame of our strap is finished. Now what we're going to do is do a single crochet row all the way around. Our final row we're going to turn, we're going to chain 1, and at the top we're going to do slightly different. We're going to slip stitch in the first stitch. I'm going to add 2 single crochet in the next stitch, so that's a single crochet increase. In the following stitch we'll do another single crochet increase, so 2 in the same stitch, followed by a slip stitch. Okay, and that just creates a nice little rounded edge to the end of our strap. Now we're going to chain 1, and you're going to single crochet down every single row all the way to the end. So I'll just show you the first few. So single crochet just into the edge of each row, and just continue this down all the way to the end. And once you get to the end, we're going to do the same process. So we chain 1, slip stitch, 2 single crochet increases, slip stitch, chain 1 and single crochet all the way to the end, and slip stitch into your first stitch. So here's my piece after I've finished. I've gone all the way around the edge and I've slip stitched into the edge. So in total my strap now is about 36 centimeters. So what we're going to do now is fold over and create it into a handle. So to create our handle, we're going to go about 10 centimeters back from the edge. So I know that's about here. So just measure, and we're going to fold our strap so it's parallel with each side. And I'm going to insert my hook into one side and then into the next side. And I'm going to attach my yarn. I'll just pull that all the way through. And now you have a choice. You can weave in this end, or you can pop it in the middle and single crochet over it. So here's my first stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to single crochet back into that stitch. So again, we're going through both sides and single crochet. So now I've got both sides of my strap secure and I've got a little opening here. Okay, and what you're going to do is simply continue going through stitch by stitch, picking up your yarn and single crocheting. And once more into the first side, into the other side, pick it up and single crochet. And what you would do is you will continue this until you are 10 centimeters from the other side, and then fasten off and weave in your ends. Now your crochet handle is finished. The only thing left to do now is to add your buttons, and to do this you simply go about 3 centimeters below the opening of the handle and sew on a button of your choice. So ideally you want something 2 to 2.5 centimeters, which would just fit through the buttonhole you've made. And then you would take your ring, pop it in and simply button this in place, and this will secure your bag handle. There we go. And repeat for the other side. To turn your piece of fabric into a bag, I've got my square piece of fabric. I'm sorry I can't show you the full table, I don't have enough space, but you take 2 corners of one side. So this is 2 corners of the same, it's not the opposite sides, and just insert them into your ring from the front. So I'm going to pull that through and pull that through. Looks a bit like bunny ears now. And simply you're going to tie it into the front of your ring. So there's one knot, so I'm going to pull that tight and double tie. And I'll just pull that down slightly, and that's one side. To do the other side, we repeat the process. So I'll turn it over, get my other ring, and I'll get the other 2 corners of the opposite side. 2 corners, and pull through. And there is your bag complete with your crochet handle. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. As per usual, there is a full written photo tutorial on my blog and there is a link down below, and I'll see you next month with the next free pattern. Bye!